Rolling.
Well, as I sat down, I realized that I have a Facebook call like at 11:45, so I probably shouldn't drink this because
you don't be doing it for it.
Yeah, I need to go straight into the call. So I'm gonna put that
Facebook
to the side.
call.
Yeah, so I've been running ads, Facebook, Instagram, social media ads, and so far spending a lot of money, per usual, giving it away, and not seeing much in return.
That's consistent. That's been very.
I'm pretty good at that. I'm pretty good. If business was that, I'd be fucking crushing.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, I've been trying to dabble with some ads, different types of ads, if anybody cares, but some like lead generation ads, some just conversion ads of trying to just call to action, get somebody to click on a link, go to a website, check out the content, buy. And so far, I feel like what I've been paying isn't bad, but it's not sustainable for the amount coming back in, obviously.
Yeah, if
nothing's coming in, then obviously there needs to be a cutting point where it's like, all right, let me cut the head off that and fucking regroup, figure out what's going on. So, fortunately, I forgot who I talked to on Facebook. It's for some other issue, but they were like, hey, we're willing to get you we see that you're spending money with us. We offer this free service for people to speak with a business page expert on like your goals with advertising and maybe helping you, on your budget and like where you want to go with it. So
I guess at the end of the day, they want you to succeed so that you keep spending on
money,
the platform. So,
which I think it's a good call. That's exactly what I'm thinking as well. So regardless, hopefully I'll get some insight. Maybe I'm doing something that's not optimal. That they'll be like, hey, try switching this up, or fucking, hey, give up. Actually,
that's kind of like, I guess, the practical application of capitalism, right? Is you're providing a product or service that people want. And so you're happy when you receive the payment. They're happy when they receive the product.
Yeah,
it's
everybody
pretty simple.
wins.
Everybody wins. Everybody should win in theory. So
yeah, I guess I think it's cool, which I'm sure they have millions of employees. They probably have like just thousands. But the fact that they would offer something like this to somebody that's only spending fucking minimal, when I say minimal amounts on ads.
Yeah.
And they're taking, having somebody to come call me. So whatever, I'll take advantage of it.
Yeah.
But that's shortly after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's good with you?
Having a fucking week, dude. It's just been the past 2 weeks. I knew the week leading up to us moving is going to be busy, but it's just been a shit show as far as like balancing all kinds of stuff, I'm trying to like fit all my clients in, like the 2 personal training clients I have, like trying to jam them in this week. And then I'm having basically family dinners like every night, seeing people like that, goodbyes. So diet's kind of all over the place. I'm still trying to like run my 4 times a week and lift every day. And on top of that, like all my freelance video work is like through the roof. Like yesterday I got like 15, 20 new videos like to edit like that day alone. And it was like, fuck, did you guys coordinate this or something? So, that's the thing with freelance is sometimes you kind of have like dry periods, but then sometimes you get some wet periods.
Yeah.
Where the thing's dripping, a little leaky.
It's good. Wet's good.
Yeah, it's good. And, never turn down the money, and I'm always thankful. But, when I know that starting Sunday when we drive out, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it's basically driving all day. And I can have some time at night to edit in the hotel, but it's like, I don't want to be doing that. I'm mentally drained. It's just, I don't know what the internet situation is going to be like at the hotel. So it's just going to be stressful. But, when you work for yourself, it's only up to you. So
yeah,
all good stuff, but all very stressful. And it's just all becoming like very real, very fast. And yeah, the biggest thing that I guess you might make like the title of this podcast is selling the gym. So that's something we've kind of been working on coming to an agreement with and considering the past month. We were approached by a gym owner up in Northern Virginia who knew that we were moving, asked if we were interested in selling. We weren't like looking to, but with us moving, it was going to be difficult to manage from afar, and a long-term consideration was selling. So we're like, hey, let's talk this out, see if we can come to an agreement as far as timeline, obviously price and things like that made sense for all parties. And fortunately we did. And so we did sign that agreement. And so it's a nice relief for us, obviously with us moving, but the first and foremost priority we had was making sure that the members are going to be taken care of and that the gym's going to be in a good place. not only for our namesake, but also for obviously the members' sake. They've, taken a risk on us and supported us from day one. Two knuckleheads opening up a gym, starting with probably half the equipment we have now, and slowly growing and investing into it. So, endlessly thankful for people like yourself who sublease. We couldn't probably do it without your sublease, in here, especially starting out. All the freelance trainers we've had, of course, all the members, events, companies that have helped, everything like that. So, I feel like I can't really put into an email, into a video, into anything like how thankful and blessed we are with it. But we're thankful for this chapter of our life, and we think it's the right thing for the gym to kind of move forward with someone who's going to be able to pump in more funds, more passion, more time, commitment, everything to it, so that the gym can really flourish, grow, and evolve instead of stay stagnant. Yeah. So that was a big thing for us. And this owner is definitely, with his a decade of experience with owning a gym, he definitely knows kind of what to look for, how to run things, and I'm excited to see all the new equipment that will come here that will just take the facility to another level. So if you already loved our gym, you already like the community, the vibes here, I think it's in the right hands, and it's just going to, I think it's going to crush. It'll be great.
Yeah, only good things, it seems like. So with that being said, you all are leaving Sunday.
Yes.
So just a couple days from now. Today is Thursday.
Yes.
And who knows when this podcast will go up, but what is day one on the road looking like for y'all? Do y'all have trips planned out? You're going to stop?
Yeah, so the first stop that night is Louisville. It's about 8.5 hour drive. Second stop on the next day, I think we stop in Kansas City. I believe is our second stop after Monday night. And then Tuesday night on the 5th, we'll get to Colorado Springs. We'll stay the night. And then on the 6th, we'll open, walk through the home, and close. So, there's not much sightseeing. It's about 8 hours a day, something like that. Yeah. So it's going to be a bit of it'll feel long, but it'll probably feel like a blur at the same time.
I feel that.
But yeah, we're driving out my car with, of course, a lot of shit packed into it, along with our Dobie, our dog.
Yep.
And then Maddie and her mom are also going to be driving basically the U-Haul. We've got a 15-footer, pack everything in that. And yeah, I'll tell you one thing I'm actually really excited about. Two things have been my pride and joy as far as planning and excitement with the place. Obviously, the home in general I'm very excited about, but is the home office, and the home gym. And so one change I've actually made to my plans for the gym was after discussing it with actually the guy who's buying our gym, because he has them up in his gym in Northern Virginia, is center mass bells. Mm-hmm. And I talked to you about those, right?
Yes, and I'm just assuming that's the dumbbell that's like a ball where you put your fist in the inside.
Yeah, so they're also called fat bells, but Sorenex's version is called a center mass bell, CMB. And essentially, they're almost like the same design. The center mass bell from Sorenex basically is open on both ends, versus the fat bell with Rogue is only open on one end and then closed on the bottom, kind of like a kettlebell. Mm-hmm. I'm leaning towards the Sorenex route for a few reasons, but anyway, I was talking to the guy, and he was saying, hey, any exercise you would do with the dumbbell, you can do with these, and this feels way better. And so I was going through it in my head, because I'd planned on getting a 5 through 50 pound dumbbell set. I had it all pictured out. I was like, I can get a dumbbell rack. It'll take up this space, whatever. And the more I thought about it, I was like, man, I was like, he's kind of right. Everything I can do with those, I could probably do better with the center mass bells. And so I was like, damn. I was like, shit, I'll just do that. And the benefit is the way they, sit and take up space, I could probably store them even easier than dumbbells. I wouldn't have to get a huge-ass dumbbell rack, so that's going to be a space saver. And I feel like it'll be more efficient, because I was thinking originally dumbbell set, kettlebell set, and then get a few, fat bells maybe to mix in for fun. But it's almost overkill. It's like you have something that does too much of the same thing.
Yeah.
And the way these are constructed, they almost take the place of kettlebells. So what I'll do is probably only get kettlebells from 35 or 44 pounds up, because the lower weights I'll just use a center mass bell. It's the same, So Anyway, that's been an interesting change. Plus, trying to play in the gym has been very like fun because having like experience owning a gym and buying equipment and trying different stuff, I kind of have slowly, and I'm sure over months and years, I'll continue to change my opinions on what I want to do and what I want to use and things like that. But I'm excited to kind of plan that space aesthetically and also equipment wise and kind of figure it out.
Yeah. So I feel like that was going to be a question, is like what y'all plan on doing once you get out there.
But yeah, a lot of people think we're going to open up a gym.
I just spoke with a few clients this morning. They were like, oh, what are they going to do? Open a gym out there? I was like, no.
Yeah.
Most likely not.
What I explain to people about owning a gym is it's very cool and glamorous and fun on the outside, and it can be those things as well. If I stayed and owned this, I'd love it. I have loved it and enjoyed it, but it's a bigger time commitment and mental commitment than people realize, I think, and they don't realize the toll it might take on your own personal training. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a lot of times people say, you don't want to you want to do what you love, but you also don't want to do it all day to where it kind of ruins what you love. You know what I mean? So sometimes you don't really want a business in your favorite hobby. You need to have separate things. And
that's the key.
The thing with the gym is where we are in our life and what Maddie and I want to do, we aren't in the place to put our full mental passion, time, and commitment into this gym. It's not everything we want to do. We want to do more than just this gym. So that really put us in the situation where, it kind of led to the decision to move. It led to the decision to sell. And if you're not fully hands down into something, then, you need to figure out something to do. Yeah. And so when it comes to could we open up a gym out there, possibly, and be successful, possibly, but our heart isn't in it. And I think for anyone who's considering opening up a gym, for anyone considering starting a supplement company, like, you need to really be, it's not just like, oh, something fun, cool you want to do.
Yeah.
You need to really realize the commitment it takes to actually make something worthwhile out of it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take more than probably you expect.
And it takes, you can do the fun thing for the first 6 months, maybe even a year, but it just takes true like grit, passion, and like some purpose behind it. You have to show up feeling a purpose behind it for sure. I guess which in a sense is just being all in, like you said.
Yeah. Some things you just got to be all in. You can't. It's not like we're half-assing it, but you can't diversify your passions with some things.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, you could a little bit, but it's got to be your number one. It's got to clearly be your number one. So, no, we're going to continue to basically do what we've been doing here in a sense. So, like a lot of the freelance work and athlete and ambassador work I do with different brands, I'm going to do that in Colorado. And Maddie's going to continue to be a personal trainer, group exercise trainer, and things like that out in Colorado. And if things gear us different ways, then they will. But we're eager for the adventure, the change. 22 and she's 23, and so it's a good time to kind of adventure out and make a change and try these things before we have too many roots set here. Besides, of course, family.
Yeah. Dang, big move, man.
Yeah, it's cool seeing the house come together, especially like the weeks coming up. We were really nervous, like, is it ready? How long are these things going to take? Because some stuff, takes like weeks before like the framing and all that comes together. But then other stuff, they can do like toilets in a day, add countertops in a day.
Yeah.
So you don't really know, like, shit, are they behind? Are they this? Are they that? I got a call yesterday from the builder's like representative, and I got nervous because I was like, oh fuck, like, is something wrong with the home?
Mm-hmm.
But then I remembered like Wednesdays are the days he called.
Yeah.
And he just called like earlier than usual, and I was like, oh, it's just a normal update. Okay, thank God. And they were like,
just giving like a spiel of like what got accomplished this past
yeah.
week?
So with new construction, I don't know how every builder I'm sure does it different, but we basically get weekly calls every Wednesday about how's it going, what are they working on this week, what are they starting next week, things like that. And then we get pictures every Saturday.
That's pretty dope. I feel like, not to say
they don't all do that, but
not to say the contractors and all the people that we have working on like our property down there, even though they aren't building the house.
Yeah.
There's no really updates. It's like, hey, this is what we're doing, and we'll get it done.
You hope it's done.
We'll get it done when we get it done.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, it is really nice. We've had a really good experience with this whole process. Our realtor's been great, which is actually a woman I work with she's my client for video editing.
Yeah. Is
she
from Colorado?
Actually from Kansas City or Kansas area. She's in Kansas. But she where she grew up there, she's lived in Colorado Springs for like 20 years, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, okay. I think her and her husband like met there and married there and so forth. So
So she like did the deal remotely or something?
Yeah. I mean, we met her when we went and toured, but yeah, she basically has handled it all for us, just as any realtor would. Yeah. And she's even driven to it as it's been built. Like I think she's done it like 3 times. Like she did it this week where she actually filmed some videos, which are very helpful because the videos are more a real interpretation of how things are looking than photos.
Yeah.
And so some rooms that we thought might be kind of small, and we were like, oh, it'll be okay. Like we got a video, and we're like, they're actually kind of big. They look kind of big in the video. So yeah.
Damn, dude.
It's a journey.
So, I guess Jim's moving on, growing. Y'all are moving out to Colorado. What do I do?
I was about to say, what are you doing, dude?
So, I guess I don't want to divulge too much. Not that there's
some
big
I guess, has been
going
decided,
on,
yeah.
but I do believe that there's a good chance or a good future in my sights of finding my own spot.
A new HQ.
Yeah, new HQ. And, I've talked to, a few family members about it, especially my wife, Sarah, and it's like, I could take the easy route and be like, all right, I'll just move it back into our apartments. We'll save money, which is obviously a smart thing to do. You always want to save money where you can, but like pull back, put it into our apartment, spread it thin, and just ride from different spots to go ship orders and shit like that. But if my goal is to get this to grow, going backwards isn't the move unless it's necessary. Like unless it's full blown necessary, then obviously you do it. You got to be smart. But if my intentions are for it to grow, then I need to get uncomfortable and take that leap. And I was like, there's no way I'm going back. It's doable. And I literally, and I guess it might have been my mom I was talking to or my wife, but I was like, thinking back on when we moved into here, I was like, oh man, rent, when you told me how much rent was, I mean, I knew that we could cover it or it would get covered somehow, but I was like, ooh, a year to commit for that much every month when we were paying like a couple $100 a month for a bedroom to store our shit. And I was like, man, I don't think we can do it. But I just did it because I knew there would be growth if I did it. Same feeling with this. It's, it's not much more at the spot I'm looking at, but it's like, man, it's going to be uncomfortable, but I see growth. I can see growth from it.
I think like anything, you need a little bit of discomfort, a little bit of pressure, a little bit of stress to force you to act and adapt.
Yeah.
Like the pressure forces adaptation.
Because I think a lot of people, especially that haven't started anything yet, not that that's a bad thing, but like think that looking at somebody like you making all these moves, being so young, or somebody like me that's, trying to still move it forward, it's like from the outside looking in, it's like, man, they must have it, easy, conscious decisions. It's big, tough decisions every day.
Decisions. And the other thing I think about too is people probably think because all they see is the success stories or the success moments. They only see the good moments. Like, oh, look, they opened the gym and it worked out well. Look, they sold it. Blah blah. Look, they're moving. Like everything works out perfect for them.
My guy thought you were retiring.
Yeah.
So it's like people they think it's all butterflies.
They do, and they don't realize we got turned down at 3 or 4 properties before we got to this one. It was a stretch, and we were nervous about fulfilling paying our rent here. We've had struggles through colder months or hotter months, like paying the utility bills here. And it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Things get delayed. Our Arsenal package, took a while and got delayed. We've had a number of bumps on the roads. Trainers leave. You got to fill those spots. Members leave. You got to fill those. So, all people I think want to see is the, they see through the rose petal glasses, right? Everything works out for them. But, you're really just seeing the byproduct of consistency even after failure. So like even after things go wrong, still knocking on the door, still pushing forward.
Yeah.
And eventually you will get a success, and then that's what people see. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, so to finish my spiel up is that I have some things in sight. Nothing's concrete yet, but definitely looking for a new spot. Somewhere close to the
minimum 20,000 square foot.
Yeah, 20,000. Because we got millions of units coming in.
SKUs on SKUs. Yeah,
we're dropping so many SKUs.
Some kebab skewers.
Yeah. But excited for that, man, and just excited overall because I do hope this gym starts to change and go towards whatever the gentleman's goals are with it, and you know, I'd like to check it out. Maybe join it. We'll see. But
and for reference, I don't think I touched on it. It will still be Iron Bill Gym for probably at least another year, maybe some change.
Go check that out. Hey man, you good? We good.
We're good. What was that rhyme? Oh, so it's gonna be still Iron Bill Gym for at least probably like another year because it's gonna take time to transition things. He doesn't want to just flip a switch and make everyone learn a new system, learn a new name, this and that. It's not fair to the members. It's not good for anybody, really. So it's going to be a slow process. So slowly equipment will come in. Slowly changes will be done with the building. Slowly branding and things like that will change. But from my understanding, it's going to be a slow, smooth, seamless transition, hopefully for everybody. So, you know, at the moment, there's no difference with the price. At the moment, there's not much difference really at all. So no need to fret or to worry too much. But just a forewarning makes it sound bad. A
notice.
A notice, that changes are happening, but they're positive changes, I believe.
Yeah. Well, this might be
a shorty. A shorty shortcake.
And also, on top of that, this might be for the foreseeable future the last podcast that we'll be in person together.
Yeah. I'd like to definitely do some Zooms.
Yeah.
So let us know how often you want these, and because we have got Kyle keeps listening. Kyle will probably listen to this. Miles
Kyle Powell.
Yeah, Kyle Powell.
Damn, I saw him tag us. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we got a few fans out there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we'll try and keep up with it. I'm sure the first month that I'm in Colorado will be tricky, busy. But no, I'd love to. You have your spot.
So we'll have to do a follow-up show updates of especially with
maybe
the
like
Zoom.
a TV show reunion.
Yeah, right. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the shows.
Yeah.
It'll be a little hiatus. Yep. Follow us both. Make sure to keep up with Brock as they travel across the fucking country.
Yeah.
You gonna do a little vlog with it, or are you just gonna film on IG stories or what?
Both. I'm gonna try and vlog, but I know I'm gonna just forget to fucking use and be tired.
It's be busy as shit.
Yeah.
Well, keep up with us anyways. Social medias are all down below. Again, thank you guys for supporting the show, following us along, keeping up. And we'll see y'all next time.
We'll see you.
See ya.